Alright. Why don't we get started? Not been too long since I last played Master Duel. In any serious capacity, at least. So we're back over here. Do a little bit more. Since I've kind of been slacking on that in favor of stories stuff, and as well as just clearing out some of my catalog. But do we have? We kind of have a plan. We kind of have a plan for today. Of course, we're gonna start out with the Duelist Live of the day. How does K9 compare against Draco Tail? That is a pile of cards for sure. Will the 10-5 player OTK, or will the K9 player just punch them in the face 1,000 times? Let's see. Oh, we are going first. Ooh, okay. Okay. We have opened Ash Blossom, Mad Love, Izuna, and Stake Your Soul. We are going first. 40 card main. 40 card 15 versus 40 15. Let's see what we can do. No shifter and draw phase. Stake Your Soul. Reveal Ash Blossom. Impulse. Okay. Negates the special summon. Cannot activate Wind, Light, and Dark. No, it's Wind, Light, and Water first the turn, but that doesn't really matter. Mad Love for start. Soul Start. Adds Raisin. Rock of the Vanquisher to summon a Soul Raisin for Holly Sue. Holly Sue, reveal Mad Love, summon itself. Holly Sue, special a non-psychic vanquish soul from deck. We get the Xiao Long. Overlay for K9 Ripper. K9 Ripper. To add a case for K9. No draw. All for K9 for Joe Cool. Reveal Izuna, summon both. Izuna to send a Lupus. Joe Cool is to add a Lantern. Overlay, that's for Nash Knight. Nash Knight detached to. Overlay, Masquerade for C Nash Knight. Overlay for Umbral Horror Masquerade. Pop the case for K9 to set the X-Forced release. Lantern, summon itself, and the Izuna overlay. That is for Valion the Sky Blaster. Okay, a pretty formidable board. Let's see what your opponent can do. Okay. Release. Okay. Chaining release the Spiritualism in order to overlay for Werewolf. Ultimate Slayer. Then the Aggregator, bounce the Werewolf and negate, presumably the Umbral Horror. Yep. Heavy Storm on the Vanquish Soul start. Lightning Storm on everything else. That gets to add a Vanquish Soul monster from the grave that gets the Holly Sue. No normal summon. Nope, we do. We got Sengen Kaiman, but the Ash does negate that. Our opponent is on nothing. We basically just have game. Lupus, summon, destroying the Umbral Horror. No effect of the Sea Nash Knight to revive. Valion, Holly Sue, revealing the Mad Love, summon itself. Summon the Mad Love, gets to add the Soul Snow Devil. Link off for Rock of the Vanquisher to add the Raisin. We might have wanted to do that main phase too, though. Just to get some extra damage. Set the Unleashed overlay for Jax. Set the Soul Snow Devil. Battle phase and main. And we can wrap this up from here. Go for the Jax and the Sky Blaster. 25 base for game. Unfortunately, try as they might, Senpai could not stop Vanquish Soul K9 from going face for game. GG indeed. Okay. So, among other things, there are several bundles, there are several packs to open that I haven't really opened yet, including a UR Royal ticket. Master Pack. What's new about the Master Packs? It literally just... I guess it's literally just the Master Packs have been updated to include new cards. Oh. Do some just general way. I'll go ahead and go. Once I'm back into gold properly, that is when I will open packs. Fireworks of the Desert Sky is up first. I am now... Where are you? There you are. I have since also upgraded, or updated, my decks to be legal in a format with one less maxi. So now... Okay, dependent on... I'm going second. The All-Star Mate, Live Twin, profile picture. They've been playing for a while. Maybe they just play fun decks. And Nibiru will have to do a lot of handiwork. Okay. Read. Gonna link up for the Gisakill deal. Send a suite to Grave. Now, every time I respond to their effects, they draw one card. And change something. Suite does prove as an extender. I mean, even then, I might be able to clear. It depends on what those other cards in hands are. Are they? What's keeping them? Each time your opponent activates, solve the effect. Gisakill summons summons itself. Link off for the Evil Twin. What? Why did connection fail? Wait, was that me lagging? I didn't even realize. Okay, hold on. Let's try again. Okay. There is a line. Spriggan's Watch. I probably should have gone Gold Golgonda first. But this is at least good bait for Ash. Roll? That's fine. Realistically, I don't even think it really matters if I have the Explorer or not. It is able to dodge targeted stuff. I still can't fool us because I control Gold Golgonda, but if they destroy that, I at least have a safety net of a second in my hand. I might Dark Magician, probably. I don't know if Nibiru will actually do anything here, though. Lugia. Ooh, okay. Hang on, that's gonna be a problem. If they have Pan in hand, that's a problem. So yeah, they're gonna go Dark Magician. Oh, God, okay. Yeah, I think the worst part is I don't really have a clear way of beating this. I guess Zeus is my best bet. Gets to draw one. Oh, they don't extend. Unless they go, like, Habikiri for something. Okay, send a summon. Like, unless they go, like... Unless that last card in hand is something to negate. Or summon it again. Okay. Dragoon. I dodge with Explorer. But they have game either way, so unless they... not exactly. The card in hand was Ash. I'm protected by 1800. Oh, I don't have Typhon, do I? Oh, this is going to be a problem. And thankfully they don't have the Dragoon negate. But this Nibiru is completely dead. Yeah, I figured. Ironically, it probably would have been better if I went second. Okay, let's try something else. I think Spriggan's as a deck might need to be retired, unfortunately. Pride of the Goblin Bikers. Okay, that's something. Where are you? There. 36th. And this will be something. Oh, and it's a bot. Okay. Either it's an FDK bot or it's a self-DK bot, and there's very few and far between. Oh, this hand works. Terror Top plus Merciless plus Grand Entrance does something. It dies to Troll, but I have called by for that. Hold up. Hey, Gunwolf, how you doing? Welcome in. In a weird spot. Because killing time till the Super Bowl. Battle. Oh, I do not want to have to waste a call by on. Oh, I think I already committed. Never mind. I didn't want to have to waste a call by on this. This is affecting the hand, especially. It's hard for me. I actually think the Lupus might be slightly better, but I think I can play through the Orange Light a bit more. Unless they have Ghost Spell as well. What is this? Not yet. I have not pulled a new call by yet. Okay. Why you decided to scoop? I don't know why. But hold on. Let's actually look at what. Let's actually look at what that deck was. This is not a bot deck, right? Am I crazy? Wait, hold on. What did they even have? All we really had was Sky Blaster, and Pilgrim Reaper is a 6, and this is just Book of Moon. I mean, in silver with Canine cards, sure. In silver with Fiendsmith cards, and with Tier Limit cards, and Gem Knight cards. But, like, if you looked at this... Hold on, what's the opponent's profile look like? If you saw a username like this, you would reasonably assume that this was a bot. And I'm like 50% sure it is, and the owner of the bot account just shoved as many UR cards as they physically could, or just loaded a pre-made deck or something. But it's such a strange deck to face against a bot. Okay. Okay, I can go grand entrance and hope they don't have... Okay, they do not have... Hang on, the obvious answer is gone wild. What am I thinking? They don't have Ash Blossom. Imperm. They have Imperm. No, that's an Ash. Okay, hang on. I'm actually gonna need to dodge this. It's gone wild. Or with Grand Breakout. That way it can go... Dude, which one do I actually go? I think I need to go... Dog Charger. And while it's negated, that's fine. No Imperm, that's fine. This is only use each effect once per turn. I need a... I'm assuming that Grand Bash is not retroactive. So I can't use... Yeah, I can't use my Ash Blossom of Joyous Springs to negate, or to normal summon to go into the Big Bonga. It doesn't work that way. Okay. I kinda have to hope. There is a line. Hey, Toasted Toast, how you doing today? Welcome in. So that's Wind. That's Wandering King. Go Wandering King. Overlay for... Had the Crimson Gaia. They just had the Crimson Gaia. And they just had the Bone Archfiend. I need to hold the Called By, that's for sure. Send Uvaloop. I mean, I guess they already have the Crimson Gaia. So how much does that really matter? Red Rising. I kind of played around stuff a bit. I can go Called By on the Crimson Resonator. The last card is the Whirlwind, the Wandering King deck. Been very happy with how it's been performing against top decks. What's the list you're playing? Okay. This is a mistake for sure. I guess I could have... Snake Eyes Barking as Amina Dark Magician was like a meta call, and I wanted to try because of Oak getting unbanned. Okay. As you said, those results be pretty impressive then. Alright, thankfully they don't really have a clear way. For... Okay. There is one call. Against K9 that I can make has 9 main deck cards that just deal with Izuna, for example. Might have been better to keep the absolute power force. I don't die, but I don't live from this either. Like, I need exactly... Go Oogaloomp. Add the hand. Don't have a... You don't have a synchro card to banish with the Oogaloomp, so don't do it. If they use it on my turn, of course, like them summoning Izuna on their turn, the deck has a lot more different interactions. Yeah, that's fair. Come on. I was not. The Unveiling Mail really just killed any momentum I had. The ultimate issue with Garnets is that you never want to see them, as opposed to any extender. Want to know the 9 cards? Sure. I'm assuming you said 9 main deck cards. I guess I could have done that. I mean, it didn't really make a difference. I mean, like, unfortunate, but we run it back with a different deck this time. We'll go Destiny of the Blue Eyes. Now, recently, with an unlimited... where is it? Where is it? Unlimited Maiden. So, 3 Deal Star, 3 Deception, and 3 Impulse. Deal Star Deception count is because they get you into Ilya Silva, and that as a Mina line doesn't trigger, and monster effect in the hand, so you can only trigger it after you made Sylvia, at which point you can just negate it. And then the Impulse is just... Impulse is Impulse. It is just the perfect card for a deck like Azamina. And Snake Eyes, for that matter. Since they don't negate, or they don't prevent dark and fire effects. At most, they would affect a Fool loss you might have. Even that is kind of... Yeah, the whole deck just does not care about Fool loss. Double Imperm is not great, but I can work with it. Okay. Fine. Doesn't mean the Snake Eyes, Fire King, and Dark Magician package are all fire and or dark. And at most, if you're playing Foolos, yeah, at most if you're playing like Foolos, Max C is Earth, so that cares about Impulse, but nothing else you're really playing is going to care. I guess maybe Diabelle's. Are you playing Diabelle's, the Wicked Witch, or the White Witch? I'd imagine not. Oh, it's going to be Imperm. Yo, I chain cross out. If they have Max C, I die anyway. No chain, okay. If they have Droll, I die, though. Regular Diabelle start, no engine cards, it's conflicting only Fua and Maxi, yes, he said. Those you can either just chain or shotgun before the turn, or are discard material. If you're going first, that is. You're gonna just go Diabelle Star, pitch Fua if you are, yeah. All right. It's a bit of a strange line. But it gets me a bit more. It doesn't play around in Nibiru as well, which is a problem. Exactly one light. However, it is not usually used in its effect. It's Underworld Goddess. I mean, its effect is pretty good. A non-targeting blanket negate is pretty spectacular. Okay. No Nibiru, that's fine. Thank you. What were you playing? Rocket. Hold on. What is this? I mean, it is, however, if you are in a good spot. Going second, where you can make Goddess, the opponent probably use a majority of their interaction on their board. Yeah. So how much does that matter? Not necessarily. It's more or less, in that case, Goddess is just a kaiju with extra steps. Even then, there might also be other generic cards, generic Link monsters that you could make that might have a bit better impact. Heck, maybe something like That would be a good option. Borland? Maybe Borland. Bit of an awkward and board, but that's fine. Oh, I can go. Okay. So, Crimson Dragon. 4. Okay. Majesty. Let's Maiden for next turn, just in case. Come on. Not an optimal board, but one for sure. If they set a card, oh, okay. They set a monster face down, I might just die. That might be enough to the enemy. I imagine they're trying to read all the cards to make sure that they know what exactly I'm playing. Reborn. Okay. Sure. You know what? Fine. That's arguably a mistake. As I could have changed the true light to revive my blue eyes, and... Are we good? I'm not about the DC again, am I? Okay, no, we're fine. No, I am. I am about to DC. I see the symbol. Please, no. What is going on with the servers today? I think the worst part is I had that game on lock, basically. Unless they had something like Dark Ruler. Then... I don't know. Legends of the Forbidden One is up next. If it gets to the point where I'm just continuously DCing again and again, that'll become a problem. Then I'll probably, I don't know, take a break to do something else. And then maybe try again later, when the internet is better. Also, I didn't have any issues on my turn. Why did it take so long? Ash Blossom. It's a bit of a waste, but I kinda have to put you in the back row. I get Senechin. Do I just go and add one Millennium Ankh? Roll? Roll, okay. Guess technically I can go for shield, but it doesn't really matter. I get set Fires of Rage. That plus Obliterate might just be enough. So, Illusion of Chaos. That gets Magician's Rod. one back. Normal Magician's Rod. I'd get Salvation. Salvation to get you to Eternal Soul. I will use Incarnate to negate that. Arguably, this is a mistake. Granted, if I were to negate the activation of Eternal Soul, it wouldn't matter. It's just on this card. Okay, that's fine. Hard. Gaze of Timaeus. Here's the minus next turn, the end phase of next turn. They can go shuffle DM into the deck. Really anything. It's any... Ooh, okay. I see. So obviously Exile to Rage. They can negate this. So this cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. I can go Obliterate. And I can bounce my own Sanogen to the hand to dodge the effect of the Dragoon. And now they don't have an effect that can stop my Exodia. They don't. Either they do... No, they do know. They do know. They read the card. The mod. Add a Dark Magician or card that mentions it from your deck to your hand. Okay, I can go Rage again at some point. Anyone gets to add one. D-Circle. They can go D-Circle. Ooh, but they get the banish stuff. Oh, they have normal summon. They have normal summon. They had the normal summon the rod, and they don't have another normal summon. Aspen Necromancer. I've never seen that. I haven't seen this one yet. From the graveyard to your hand, but you cannot activate cards with the same spell trap. Normal summon a spell. Oh, I don't think they wanted to do that. At least not that way. I feel like you would rather have gone. Well, I'll go Obliterate Blaze. Okay. Right, that gets me. Let's try for one more, and then we can start doing polls. All it takes is one more win. I wonder if I can do. Well, I guess the other thing is, Exodia doesn't really excel at like special summoning monster types outside of like cheating them out, and maybe Link summons. Need to go Millennium Ankh. Might as well add one. They might have Azuna, but at the very least, I have an extra copy. I have a Fires of Rage. I have an evenly matched if they out either. I have a Spell Trap Negate. Okay. What can you do? Oh, that does something. Well, hold on. I don't have Droplet. So, Exodia Incarnate will die, for sure. I have Ash for Harpor. Okay. If I go here, What exactly do they have? They have Harpor in the grave. I go Ash Blossom. Oh, that's... And the worst part is the... Okay, I was about to say... I was about to say... The Dark Magician Girl doesn't extra deck lock you. But maybe Shining Sarcophagus does? I don't... It might not. I don't think that is the card that locks you specifically. No, it is not. It is not the card that locks you specifically. That might be more like Ties That Bind. Yeah, Ties That Bind extra deck locks you. Your Silence, is that extra deck? Not really. But I think they figured out the hard way that that Dark Magician Girl is not called Dark Magician in in the graveyard. Only on the field. Oh no. I've witnessed firsthand that they are not in the best position. They have now witnessed firsthand that that doesn't work. That interaction does not work because it does not change its name in the graveyard. That's funny. This is the same. It's another Legend of the Forbidden Womps. Let's change to maybe something that can specials. The extra deck is Boss of the Branded. Oh, where exactly were my missions again? It's Fusion and Ritual plus normal summon. So I'll get this ready. It's been so long since I played this with this deck, I don't really know how well it's gonna work in the modern game. But we're gonna take a mini break to do a little bit of pulling. Starting, I immediately see the incoming outbreak. I guess this is a good excuse to... I don't know, like... I see who you are. I'm at least sitting through that. OG Kelbeck. Was OG Kelbeck? Was that level 5? Destruction Jammer. Electric card, trap card, or effect monster's effect that destroys a monster on the field. So, Stardust Dragon with extra steps. Invitation to a Dark Sleep. That is less than worthless. Oh wow, Gazelle. No way. I thought I saw a UR pack, but I guess I was mistaken. Metal Zoa. Rebellion. There it is. I thought it was earlier, but I guess not. Alright, Kabuki Dragon and... Oh, Jar of Greed. Monster attacked, and upon this monster, you change the battle position of that monster. Your opponent controls. Or damage calculation. Buddy. It's a funny card, that's for sure. Ancient Jar, Big One Warrior, fueled by sandwiches reference. Creator, Fireflux. I've spent enough time. Okay. I'm getting a screenshot of that. Hang on. Royal Penguin, let's go! Hang on. Very quickly, just... I got a Royal Penguin out of that. That's... probably one of the better Royal cards I've gotten in general. It's funnier, that's for sure. I need to go here. Wait, when are the Penguin support cards coming out to Master Duel? I just realized, when are the Penguin support cards coming to Master Duel? Because, like, now I've got a reason to play Penguins. That's probably I mean, outside of maybe Kragan, this is probably one of the best, like, URs I've pulled. Of course, Dippity. That's probably one of the best URs you can pull from this pack, outside of, like, very specifically, like, I guess, like, the Fusion Trishula. Desperado Barrel Dragon is a funny card in sort of sealed deck. Origami Goddess is funny. Hard Destruction. There are a lot of, like, good cards for a more sealed environment, but none of them outside of, like, this card and Kragan and, like, I guess technically Blue Eyes counts. And, like, Card Destruction. Not a lot of them are that good in, like, actual constructed, which is funny. Okay. We're gonna save that for last. I'm gonna try... Oh, okay. First, let's pull one of each of the frees. All outside the pack. Second first, and Sacred Noble Knight King Lestane. That's unlucky. Out of all the UR packs it could have been, it had to be that one. Right, let's see you. Nothing good. That's fine. Wasn't expecting anything good out of that. Okay, so I guess the other thing is I am like just under 2/3 of the way to getting all of them, but I probably won't be able to get anything. Okay, that's fine. Good. Until get a chance to sit down. Is it? All of them are good for 59 days. I guess I just go IP Masquerena. Like, I go IP plus SP just to try to get the deluxe mate. Oh, there's a chance I get something. There's a chance. Oh, it's in the pack as well. In charge, startup Razor. That is Valhalla, Burnaself, and Redoer. That's fine. But that's not what I want from this pack. Light Serpent, Prisoner, Reinforcement, Omega. I'm pretty sure he's still limited, so I can't even use that one. Temper Wall. Arguably the best Time Thief card outside of Redoer. I guess the trap is like E-Telly, so that's something. Focusing Synchron, Chris, Cherries, Downbeat, Beta, Overlord, Orifice, and Retrograde. Okay. Rose Paladin. No, nothing. Empty Pack. Drone Coder, Accelerator, Gravitino. Soldier, Combination, Babylon, Gravitino, Regulator, Delta, a Crystal Zero Lancer, that's fine. But we have a WP Fancy Wall. That is insane. That's fantastic, in fact. Dinmo, thank you, Gunner Wolf. Scrap World. That is Crystal Miracle. That's fine. Dingy Wolf. Small Scuffle. Bezel Ship. Gamma, and Flyback. Salute Hacker. Diva, Swarm, Dragon Shield, Epsilon, Hack, Scuffle, and Scuffle. Honestly, this alone makes it worth it. Opera, Blackout Curtain, Sandion. Well. Covert Contract, Zeta, Retrograde, Delta, and Vivid Tale. That is Barbar. That is Training for Hire, Lightning Warrior, HQ, Overload, Chronocoder, Circuit, and Platina. So Big Pack just lied. That's cool. Guaranteed you are. You are cool. Hello, Chroma. How you doing today? Goldos, Fakimeru, Valfar, that is, Magnet, Circuit, Delta, Specimen, and a shiny IP Masquerena as well. That is great. That is fantastic. Okay. Not doing that yet. Instead, we're gonna go into the SP Little Knight bundle as well. That's 3 URs. That's 3 chances at something good. We got a Royal Penguin Brave, if you weren't here for that, by the way. From the Legacy packs, which is fantastic. That's probably one of the best Royals I've gotten from that. Wish that I got that lucky. Rose, Alpha. Oh, Shimaru. Okay. Cool. I actually wonder how good the new stuff is in Time Thief. Leopard. Heretic Seal from the Ashes. The only year I pulled was Redoer. Redoer isn't bad. In fact, it's one of the better generic rank 4s. But it's not really great, is the thing. It can serve as disruption if you pull a trap off the top deck. But even that is kind of Driver, Circuit, Accelerator, and Flyback. I know. I did like a Phantom Knights Goblin build for an event, and it worked really well in terms of getting a Arc Rebellion on the field to go for game. It is also a Dark Attribute rank 4, which is why it was useful. By the way, how you doing, Damon, Lord Travis? Pack and Platina. And how about you? We're doing alright. Polls have been interesting so far. But we are getting back into the game after a little bit of time away. I can play a tier in it, I guess. Or it in tier, I guess. OG, level down, flyback, circuit, controller, and multi-threader. Multi-threader's funny. We just pulled a glossy alt art Masquerena for it. Lucky ring. Accelerator. Okay, Called by the Grave is nice. An alt art Called by the Grave. That's fine. That's great, in fact. Graphic controller flyback. It's not the card I necessarily wanted, especially if Called by ever gets banned. War Rocks and a Black Savo. It's a funny tech for like exactly Orcust and nothing else. Kinda, yeah. A lot of that does depend on what your opponent's top deck is, I guess. Because like obviously, on your turn, it's going to be a monster, without a doubt. So the best you can really do is send Time Thief away so it survives until the next turn. But if you pull like a spell, or especially a trap, off the top deck, it can kind of serve as disruption. Nothing here from there. Not back. King of the Ashen City. Abyss Shark. That's fine. Opening Ceremony, Talkback Lancer, Startup, Driver, Alpha, and Controller. Let's run Saber, Reinforcement Army Troops, Leaf, Place, Police, Net Light, Gravity Controller, the Gamma, Driver, and Bridgehead. Outside the pack, Fabled Diff. Fabled Diff. Fabled? No, Fabled is in my hands in the graveyard. Retrieve this card, target one else wants to summon it. I understand why this has never seen play. Just sent to the graveyard. Empty pack, Gravity Controller. Fabled Diff. Dog Tag. And Moa Regina is fine, but you don't really play more than one, do you? I guess Unicorn exists still, but even that is, like, it's not something you play at more than one, really. Sargus, Despair, Skull Guardian, Beta, Reserve, one at most, yeah. Delta, an extra Mitsurugi Prayers. I think I only had two, and a glossy WP Fancy Ball. A glossy WP Fancy Ball. That's good. That's cool. And we get the deluxe made of IP and S-Force Raba Chimaru. Okay, I think the last thing we really do in terms of packs for the time being, as if people don't play it, if you want to play Speedsmith, yeah, it's like this part specifically is if you get both, they can like combine to become a deluxe mate. You can, I believe, still use them separately, but they also have like the deluxe form. Oh, hang on, I still need the 4th anniversary pack. Oh, you got a replay? We'll see that in but a second. You. Blue Eyes. Okay. Up from the log were Blue Eyes and Cyber Dragon. I got a Baron the Fleur as a royal, which is funny, but I'm probably gonna get something relatively mid from this since I already basically have all the royals of Blue Eyes I could want. This dragon, which I got last year, and Chimeratic Mega Fleet Dragon. Prepared to laugh. Chaos Max Turbo, here we come. I think the worst part is I already had. Yeah, I forgot those repacks as well. Not that they really matter, but still. I guess it's my fault for picking the Blue Eyes pack. So sure, skill issue on my part. Magician's Salvation. I'll get Blue Eyes pack next. If you do, that would be excellent karma. But from a legitimate standpoint, I hope you don't. Because I know you don't really care for Blue Eyes. I already had a Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, so I am kind of more or less mad that I didn't get something else from the pack. Constellar Pleiades. Got the Blue Eyes pack, the last 2 celebrations. And got something you'll probably never use, unfortunately. What's really left is all of the various celebration bundles, but those are for later. Same pack too. Nice. Where is my Blue Eyes? I might as well dismantle all extra. Spore is so rich in gems. Well, I was. Until, right now. Oh, right. Then you are forbidden. Okay, and Disenchanting the Gamma. I have 1500. I don't care for the Sandion, which I'll probably never use. I don't care for the Noble Knight, which I'll probably never use. Where is a... Man, Ambo is so far down. I guess she was one of the first alt arts we got, so it makes sense. Where is she? There. As I think I have a White Force card. Okay. I can get any one of these. I can get an Alistair, I could get an Eldritch, I can get a Clearwing, Stardust. Why not? I'm pretty sure I have a Glossy one, so that doesn't really matter to me. I could get a Tuning. I could get a Hayate as well. There's not really much I care about in terms of this, other than like Hayate specifically. And maybe Clearwing. I'm assuming I can just go to special, item exchange. Oh, select the card you wish to obtain. Yeah, I managed to get 3 Lilas, but only 1 keys to kill. Then... okay, the one that is coming back probably the latest would be the Hayate, because there's no real next wave of Sky Striker support. Yep, it's I believe just... is it this? Yeah, it's proof of the hero from Monster Hunter Tri. I don't think there's really anything else I would want, so I guess Hayate will suffice. That right over your head. Oh, I I thought you were saying like having a more generic statement of, yeah, it's pretty heroic music. It's proof of a hero. No, you're making a joke. Last year, of each after 100 packs. That sounds about right from what I remember. Sky Striker is completed. And other than that, there's not really any other collection files I'm like dying to complete. And I'm still probably gonna get like the DM, like the different collectors bundles. Just because. And you can't finish Makonko. At least not for a while. Chances are they won't return the Alt-Art bundles until next year. Okay, I already spun the wheel. It's still in the shop, I know. Well, not anymore. Right, wait, hang on. Back out. I almost forgot. I thought you were reprimanding me for talking about the bundles, but no, you were talking about the bad replay against K9. Or against Live Twin? Bad Makonko replay. Bad Makonko replay it is. The other thing you don't see often against Toons. Let's see. Let's see what the bad things we have done today. We've opened Yuzakuru, Crust, Fire Dance, Aberresque, and Rondo. 40 card main, 15 card extra, 40 card main, 15 card extra. Using Sky Strikers. Right back around to being perfectly played. Yes, what was the tech that you went on for Demon Lord Travis while we watch Chroma's replay? I guess, unless you wanted to submit your own replay, that we can see it more in action. have the replay plot, but okay, we'll see that in a second. I'm gonna go Stake Your Soul, revealing Mad Love for Heavy Borger. Heavy Borger to draw one card, revealing the Mad Love. Draw one Soul of the Rock of the Vanquisher. Normal Izuna. Izuna to send. Alisu, reveal Mad Love to special summon. Don't play a lot of Mikanko. Goku. Ripper, detach in order to add Lantern. Okay. Lantern, summon back the Jokul. Jokul to add another Izuna off the top. Okay, 9 to add Forced Release. Overlay for Jax. Rock of the Vanquisher summons special summon the Mad Love. Mad Love to add Vanquish Soul start. Okay, target to add a Xiaolong. Oh, he looks cool, alright. Set one, pass. Izuna hand, potentially one other card in the hand as well. Trading off the Ripper for the Jizukuru. Proper rights. Vanquish Soul Rock in order to add back the Heavy Borger. Outside of that, sure. Get Ohime. We get talents. Talents for Noble Twins. Noble Twins to send the Illusion Mikanko for the Fire Dance to summon back Mikanko, summon back the Ripper. Didn't have... We did have other cards in hand. We had the Holisu, but that's a non-targeting snatch deal. Ripper was arguably just the best bet. Reveal 2, bounce the Huli back to hand. Display 1. Mad Love back for Borger. Draw 1. Still have the Sunbeat. We have the Huli again. Overlay the Ripper for presumably the Werewolf. Yep, going for the Werewolf. Revive isn't mandatory. Ah, gotcha. Rondo. I guess that would have forced them to use the Jax as opposed to the Ripper for the Werewolf. Banish the Ohime from hand. Snatch Seal on the Werewolf. Aberesque. Summon the Huli, bounce it to hand, tripping off Rock of the Vanquisher. That gets the... Reveal 1 of each. Lupus, Xiaolong, and Mad Love for Snow Devil. Running special summon and destroy as many monsters as possible. Bounce back the Fire Dance. Huli, summon and equip. Huli gets to add a Mikanko Rivalry. Overlay for the Twin Dancers. Manifested Mikanko Uzihime gets to add an equip spell to hand that gets double-edged sword. Double-edged sword onto the Xiaolong. Set 1, 44, and 44 for game. Unlucky. Unlucky for them, I guess. You had the out in the form of an extra kaiju. Tons of misplays, but you got through it. Even Lord Travis, do I have your numbers, I wonder? I know you had one kaiju. You bounced it back to hand, but you summoned it. So you had the second kaiju. I don't think so. Okay, go ahead and submit your numbers, and then we can watch before we get back into the action. Hmm. 2, 7, 3, 4, 8, 2, 9, 7, 5. There we go. Do I have your numbers? I do not, so let's... And it's the one against Toon, using Sky Striker. With them so many times, I've memorized it. That's fair. An interesting name they have there, but no matter. Let us see what we can do. Going second tunes. Okay. We are going first. Okay. Pot of Avarice double. Music Sense Terrarian. Is this another joke like the proof of the hero thing? Because that's exactly what it is. I'd kill for an altar to Hime. I know you would. Sorry. We have drawn double Avarice, Engage. Be like, no, it sounds like it's from Terraria because it is from. It is. Yeah, it's Eclipse. It's Eclipse. I mean, I imagine I have Blood and Moon. Since the entire soundtrack as part of my playlist. Yeah, it was Eclipse. Then back into it. Double Pot of Avarice, Engage, Area 0, and Linkage. 45 card main, 15 card extra versus 41 card main, 15 card extra. We are going first. Let's see what we can do. Oh. Area 0 to start. Setting 1 Pot of Avarice. Ooh, we get a Widow Anchor off the top. Also do a fancy thing with Pot, yeah. Engage, sending the Area 0 for the Kaena. Area 0 to get a Ray. Kaena gain 100. That gets Amatsu. Amatsu link off for a... Going for Hayate? Oh, I see, that's why. Hayate. For Shizuku. I don't know how I feel about going Shizuku first before Kagari. Kagari to add like the Area 0. Or to go for the A0. All the attributes, yeah. That way you can shuffle all of them back for the second Avarice. Set another Area 0. Avarice. Shuffle all of them back. I guess it doesn't really matter. Just like, I'm so used to Shizuku in the end phase to grab an extra card for next turn. Get a Rose, Engage. I don't mind something. Yeah, that's fair. For a second Widow Anchor plus a Vector Blast. Don't see that every day. Engage. For the third Widow Anchor plus card destruction. Vector Blast. Mill 2 off of each. Set 3. Discard whole hand. 4. Okay. We got Shark Cannon, Triple Widow Anchor plus Afterburners in the end phase. Going for Table of Contents. I don't end on... I was end on that or Camellia if I linkage face down or something. That's fair. It's the Toon Page flip for Red Eyes, Dark Magician, and Blackluster Soldier. That gets the Dark Magician. It's to special summon the Blackluster Soldier. Atomic Hand, targeting the Ace 0. Ace 0 Tribute. Acts like a pseudo kaiju. Yeah, that's fair. Shark Cannon, banishing the... Oh no, summoning the Gemini Elf. Summoning the Ray, summoning the Rose. Trying to torch the Toon Kingdom, that is protected by the bookmark. United we stand. Rose, Ray, tribute itself for the Kagari. Kagari to add a Engage back to hand. An elf because toons can't attack directly if I have a toon. Yeah, that's right. And DMG, or Toon Dark Magician, cannot attack the turn is summoned. So we get Eagle Booster. Area 0, sending the Rose. I imagine just to get Jamming Waves needs to target a set card. But that is a fine off. At the top, we get Camellia, Engage. It also destroys a monster. So I guess that works. Vector Blast plus Linkage. Afterburners, targeting the Camellia to pop the Toon Kingdom. That gets another Toon bookmark out of the graveyard. And the, for Rose, for Kagari to add back to hand. That gets another Engage. Engage, that gets another Afterburners. Afterburners targeting the Kagari pop the field spell. We don't get another Rose, we get Engage for a Vector Blast. Plus another Pot of Avarice, Widow Anchor, stealing the Dark Magician, Widow Anchor stealing the Toon Blackluster Soldier. Your monster, my monster. Shuffle all of the extra cards plus a Rose back into the deck, draw 2 for Ray. That is 25, 15, 3,000 plus Ray Effect to summon any monster that we get an Ace-0. Ace-0. Yep, that's Velstrax. For Engage. And GG. Quite a funny little interaction there. GG. It's more specifically, it was part of a medley, so yes, that was Valstrax, but it was only really the end part. I did follow. Yeah. Afterburners play was pretty cool, getting rid of all of the bookmarks, so that way you could inevitably break the board, killing all the monsters and going for game. Yep. Oh my god, I love Rose. How many followers must be a goat duelist? Quite a strong duelist indeed. Still not the only thing holding me back, yeah. So I needed to get rid of that. That you could steal their monsters. Okay. It's been a second. It's been a second since I've played this variation of the deck. I'm wondering how I'm going to be able to play this into gold. I don't get the followers, not cool enough to get followed. I follow you. I know people who do. Okay. That is something. It's bait. It's bait. Is that what that is? Be it a Grand Guignol. We get boss stage. Send a Ardell. Set 1. Set the boss stage. And hope they do not draw an Ash off the top. Oh. Did somebody draw a card? They drew an Ash off the top, didn't you? That gets through? Okay, obviously we go Har. I do not want to waste Har like that. But unfortunately, that's a funny little animation. I didn't know that worked like that. Please, Fienschmidt. That gets tracked. My favorite one's for copy card. For the discard effect, yes. now it's off to the races. Perhaps. So I need to make sure. Lilith does not target. No. Okay. That gets Requiem. I can go Lilith. They chain this now. Either way, I get to negate the target. Or delete also does not target. Exactly. Or delete does not target. So now they do need their normal summon in order to continue the combo. I have a... Oop, excuse me. Blue, also no target. Yep. Ooh. Gemini Fusion for Amethyst. Cadmus plus... you. Okay, that's fine. Shovel both into the deck for the Kid Kolos. Imperm will work nicely here. Discarding Dispersion is funny. That's to get Gem Knight, Nephilim. Start with Higher Attack. Now look like a Pokemon Move Protect. Perhaps? Yeah, I lose. I guess the usual shape is either circles or hexagons. At least a barrier kind of shield. Yeah. It gets... Versus Sheeran. It gets Rukulos. And unfortunately, that's kind of just the end of the game. So you can go Engraver. That gets both. Oh, no, now they only have the Requiem Engrave, so that gets... Well, they now have the Sequence Engrave. Plus they have Macrama and Engraver, plus Exciton is a Light Fiend, so they now have a recipe for blanking on the name. Desiree, there we go. And they just go Requiem, equip onto... Yeah, they can go Ogum Day. Ogum Day, target the Desiree, equip, gains attack. $76. Requiem. They have well over lethal. What prevents me from it? Hold on, what prevents me from taking damage this turn? I must have missed it. I don't know what prevented me from taking damage this turn. Sure. Oh, was it Exiton? Also, your first turn, your opponent takes 1 damage. Okay. I always forget that effective Exiton. I guess they technically did as well. Well. Let's go ahead and load up the wheel one more time. We go for a... This is gonna be Secret of the Six Samurai. Okay. I can work with that. Go Secret of the Six Samurai. This deck just really loses to any interruption, so something tells me they do have it, though. This is a good hand, though. This is not a bad hand in the slightest. He's on. I can't chain this, can I? Battle Shogun. Discarding you. I guess technically I can. I can dodge it, the Veiler with Cunning, but I don't think it quite works the way I want it to. Because even then, I still have to... This misses timing. Technically, I can summon the same card. It doesn't specify. Well. At least I get the search. And really nothing else. I guess, like, I have Ash. Well, if they're playing K9, chances are they are. At the very least, I got rid of their tract, so they can't go full Fiendsmith combo. Oh, they're playing Fiendsmith Orcust, I see. This deck doesn't really have that many good one-card combos, so Gateway of the Six just does nothing. Do I bother sitting with this? Do I bother sitting for Bull Orcus combo? Because I know how this ends. They end on a Snatch Steal plus probably return. Not return. The counter trap. Yeah, Crescendo, that's the one. As well as Dingirsu and Grave, which they can bring back with the skeleton, symbol skeleton. There's Crescendo. I guess they don't have the field spell, but that's about it. And they could mess up by like not using the effect of... Okay, they basically only have the Snatch Steal plus Crescendo. They don't have a proper way to... No, they kind of do. Because they go... Yeah, they go Galatea into Dingirsu. Attack, attack. Well, attach the symbol skeleton first. Attack, attack. Main phase 2 for the Dingirsu. With the Crescendo and the symbol skeleton in Grave, I basically just die. Like, I can check my top deck, but I'm not getting anything out of this. I guess they don't have the field spell. I just realized they don't have the field spell. Like, yeah, I still die anyway, so there's not really any point. I was like, they don't have the field spell. They don't have the same disruption as like, your standard N board for Orcust. Let's hope I can get a... I either need to get really lucky or really unlucky. Or my opponent needs to get really unlucky. Maids of the Branded is up next. So, let us... Let's try and see if we can't get a comeback. That's a pretty good hand. It does not play. It doesn't play through Droll, that's for sure. But that's a decent hand. I'm going for Ash first, though. That's fine. No imperm, no problem. Discard the tin kick. Ladies Dragon Maid. No imperm. This is summon number 4. No, this is summon number 3. So I can go for full combo essentially, using the Aranus and the Chamber. All right. I don't really have a target for Mysterion proper. I'm back. Chamber. Chamber gets to add. Get Hospitality for the sake of it. That's not troll. There's no way that's troll, right? Surely that could not be troll. I actually think I go shovel back the ladies, shovel back the Tinkek, or Ophelia Regis as another form of disruption. Because at this point I realized I don't really have a great super poly target outside of Albaz. It's like at most it is kind of just Magician Souls, send a special summon a Dark Magician. Probably should have kept the shoe for this though. Does Ernest have? I guess I just go Ernest, normal summon Albaz. Discarding the Lubellion. There's actually no real need to activate the Lubellion, though. So, Aranus, Giliorija, and Shu for well over lethal. Shu, Gate the Eternal Soul. Okay. All right. I actually don't know how it would have ended if I... What else do you have? I see only double max seed. You basically just used the structure deck as is, plus whatever you could muster from what you could get. Okay. It is actually past 12. That's really quick. Collect that. Guess I'm gonna check something very quickly. What new missions do I have? When a duel activates, normal summon. And I'm gonna very quickly check something on my phone. Like, I'm really sure. I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but I might as well double check and make sure that it is correct. Okay, no. It is still, I'm on schedule. Okay, I do have Ritual Synchro XE, so let's try something that does that, actually. Maybe Red Raptor. Let's see if I can do something with Red Raptor. Going first, alright. They have the Orcust deck box that does not inspire confidence. And Ruby Carbuncle. I think that was the... They add a response in the main phase that does not inspire confidence. Guess I just go Roost. For Noir. Raider's Knight. Strix. Strix for Skip Force. Arsenal Falcon. don't need... Yeah, I'll actually go Strangle here. So not Vanishing. Effects are negated. So we go for the Y-Strix. Y-Strix, Arsenal Falcon. Rusty Bardish. Sending the Raider's Wing. Or to set a Phantom Knight. I already used... No, I did not. For Strix. We'll get the Bloom. I'll get Tribute Lanius. I'll set... I will set Cold By. I'll set Glorious Bright. And I need to hope that that is not Mikonko. Because otherwise, I'm already dead. It's not Mikonko so far. Yeah, I'll go Glorious Bright, targeting the Wetchu Temple to negate. Maiden. Okay. And obviously they can't use the Wetchu Temple in order to protect. So I need to kind of go about this in a roundabout way. For a more important card. That's a more important card if I've ever seen one. Attach the Strangle that negates and destroys the Millennium Shield. Okay. Do you have on a target with card effects? Gain life points, that's fine. There's that. Still have a If they bait out this, then I lose on the spot. Otherwise, I do have game. I need to Bardiche. Anything else? Wait, you. Okay. That's fine. You can only use it. Did they have... It'd be funny if they add a... If they had an evenly matched and accidentally placed the Wedgie Temple. But this is game. GG. Okay. That is all dailies except for normal, and it technically do still have a duel live, but that can be saved for a little bit later. Back to the roulette wheel. We're gonna be going for a... I really want Maids of the Branded, but we already did that, so we're gonna go for... Ooh, Salamangreat. Okay. Let's see if I remember my modern Salamangreat lines. Do I have it? I mean... that's not a bad hand. Roar, he's kind of a brick, and I don't have any ways of stopping in the Max C. Imperm, that's fine. I can play through Imperm. Yeah, let's try again. I can play through Imperm, I can't play through Max C. Not with that hand. Okay. This is more like it. Kinda. Okay, so I obviously need to go mining, send the spinny. Alright, that's an Ash baited out. Let's go. You do not have... I know, you have. Please tell me you did not draw Imperm off the top. I have a way of playing through Perulia. It's not a great one, and it's Ghost Mourner. Ghost Mourner off the top, you love to see it. Okay. Summon Grade of Fire. I guess Weasel. At least that locks themselves, right? I guess just a Jack Jaguar for next turn. I can go for that. Weasel Summon. Oh, I just add back the fire for next turn. I can end on an Ambler Whale play. I kind of want to save most of my other stuff for, like, maybe I should have gone for Code of Soul instead. Well, no, it doesn't count as a Salamandrake card, so it doesn't work. I want to save my other stuff for next turn. Like, Pyro Phoenix would be the better play. In a vacuum. Ulos? That's funny. Is that the last card you drew for turn? That's kind of a waste. Sweet. Summon. And you even get full Fiendsmith combo on top of that. Nice. Yama. Even got Yama plays. That's funny. Slightly surprised by that, but not. Why should I be? It's Unchained Fiendsmith Live Twin. Live Twin can do a whole lot of stuff. Going for a bow. Discard an Ash Blossom. Anxious card, special summon a Lighter Dark from grave. Okay, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny how that works. Go for the Kisakil, summon back the Little Law. Go for Trouble Sunny, beat over Mirage Stelio. Tribute. Now you can go for... Oh, they're going for Mirage Stelio with the Little Law. We have... It's a little weird. Yeah, we're gonna go for Trouble Sunny. Quick effect. I guess, yeah, they have the Troll Sunny. Trouble Sunny, banish itself to send a... send the big twins. Get to draw one card. They don't have... No, they do. Because I know they have Engraver in the graveyard. Oh, no. Because they'd have to shuffle something back. They don't have spare, like, Fiend to make... Yeah, they're going for a sequence with the Live Twins, or the Evil Twins, which is a strange line. Like, it works for sure. It's like... Oh, they did have the sweet deal in the grave. So I can go Lacrima. Lacrima to bring back the Trouble Sunny. Punch any amount of times for well over lethal. Graver, shuffle back. Leave the... They're going for the Kisakil. And they have the Abow in the end phase. I guess a Requiem just to play around the Ambler Whale. They can go for game. I mean, I guess, yeah, just go full combo on the top, why not? But they had full combo. They have the Shavar in hand. I guess that's just to play around Nibiru or something. Sure. It's like, if I had Nibiru, I would have already used it. Well before this point. Just one more normal summon, huh? I just did Raid Raptors, so I can spin again. And we Bonds of the Stardust Synchron. Okay. Sure, that's fine. That works. Surely I will not be paired up against anything that can just kill me from nothing. Oh, it's Wooly. Surely that is... They're actually playing with cosmetics. That is not a bot. by any means. It is a person pretending to be Wooly. Yeah, they even have the Sky Striker field. That is in no way Wooly. I think we can pack it up here. I forgot this window wheel again. To be fair, I didn't even really play. What's this synchro cup? Huh. Do I have a... I guess... I actually do. It's not a great line. It's not even really a line that works the way I want it to. So Stardust. Arrive and Light needs to be CL1. XL needs to be CL2. And Trail needs to be CL3. XL or XL Stardust. For everything. I didn't mean to do that. Do I have anything else to do? Oh, technically I do. Wait, do I not have? I don't have a Synchro 7? I guess I need to go Illumination. Tuning. Revolution. Send up Primera. That's... This honestly isn't a lot. Junk Meister. Oh, they got the new junk cards as well. Oh, I need to pull for those. Oh, shoot. This... Fun. I go Dissipator. Shuffle back the Stardust Synchron. That will destroy the card. Well... That destroys the... That negates the Dissipator. Honestly, for what it's worth. That was just kind of my bad. This is... Junk Signal. It's to hand deck or graveyard. That is a Junk Warrior. A card that mentions it. Hates that. That gets that. I can Excel Synchron. Turn the Majestic. This effect now applies again. This is really underwhelming, unfortunately. That gets Arrive in Light. I get a Primera for next turn, that's cool. That forces out the Majestic. I don't think Rumble Protect. That's only level 7 or 8 monster. Summons back the Stardust Synchron. Arrive in Light. Probably already passed me in rank. Probably not. Rotar. That gets you. I messed that up, actually. I don't know Charge Warrior. Oh no, I did. Majestic Shooting Star. I'm gold 5. So you know, you're already past me in rank. So actually, unironically, how are you added? 7. You're a funny card. I don't remember you being added. Fellowship for sure. I'm getting. I might even play it over overlap. Tuning is great. I think overtake will be cut in favor of fellowship, but we'll have to see. And of course, even just one junk armor will work. Who do I remove? Maybe the field spell? Maybe the branded beast. What is needed? Ooh. I don't have a clear answer. Yes, probably just the branded beast. And of course, the rest of the new junk cards I'll be able to get eventually. I actually do kind of want to put some time into remaking a proper junk or Stardust deck, especially with the new cards. That is 2 garnets. That is 2 garnets. Of course, I'm tuning. That's Ash. There's Ash. Okay. This is an unfortunate hand. And if they have another Ash, I just die. Lucius. This is definitely a mistake. They have called by for the Ash, so of course they do. At the very least, they need to have multiple cards in hand for the Vimina. Ketsu. I can chain Fuelos. Vimina can make it fizzle. What do you mean you're not making it fizzle with Vimina? That gets her Gula. I guess they can't fusion summon using the Ketsu. Like, actually, why are you not I guess now you have a way to play around stuff. Do you have Ash Blossom? Wait, I already know that got 5 mana. And I don't have Called By, so I lose. You'd go Lucius, plus Vergula, Papa Spell Trap. No. Yeah, you had a target. You could have made Arthalion and still had room for, like, extra stuff. Now they need to target. I guess yeah, obviously I was never winning with the opening hand I had because I had no extension. Getting all 3 back row is not great in the slightest. Okay, it's kind of funny that it works that way. So unless you have a Veiler in hand, you actually didn't want or is that a Nibiru? It's not a Nibiru. Well, it's not a Nibiru yet, because they could have activated it there. Not the 5 mana. Oh, this card does have it. Even if they did, it got eaten up by Crystal Wing. Go for Hard Warrior. Don't do that yet. Okay, that's fine. Excel Stardust. They don't have something engraved, do they? It's gotta be the Thymina, right? Alright. From the hand I had, I did not think I would win that. I guess, like, it's kind of their loss for not using the Femina then. But also, they should have read Junk Armor. But that's a kind of a funny way to go out, I'm not gonna lie. I'm now back at Gold 4. So now I can actually play decks that are good. I have enough for one of the bundles. And I think that bundle is going to be the K9 bundle. Because it has a chance to get the Synchron cards as well. Including Junk Warrior Extreme and Junk Meister, which might prove useful. Master Dragon. I remember seeing this one. What's there this? Law monsters in the field of the deck, shovel, spells, trap, finish one card from the extra deck. Huh. Okay. At least 2 guaranteed URs. Let's see what they are, and if we get anything else. At the very least, the URs are meant to be from the pack, so we can play them. Most of them in our deck. Here's World Dragon, Panthera, Rocket Dragon, Hollow Rocket. Holly Sue is not bad. And Xiaolong is not bad. Granted, I'm not really interested in playing Vanquish Soul, so I guess I'll have to see what the other pulls are like. Oral Cooling, Charge Warrior, Scrap Synchron. Any Synchron tuner you discard in your hand can be used as material. The monster you control with Warrior Instinct will be destroyed. Well, banish card from your graveyard instead. That's actually pretty nice. Hound, Sonic Chick, Crossroad. Graveyard starts on this card from hand. Mention when leaves the field, and if Junk Warrior or a monster mentioned it as on the field, change all monsters your opponent controls with 19 or attack to defense position. Specials from the extra deck, Synchron monsters, Link Turret, Rocket Synchron. Okay. Recharger, Warrior, Rocket Detonator, Excel Synchron, Hedgehog, Booster, Rush Warrior, and I'm actually gonna need to go through and really rethink how I'm building some of my decks. Synchron, Hedgehog, Hyper Synchron, Jax, Calamity Caesar, Hound, Restraint, Snow Devil. Jax, Hedgehog, Overburst, Panthera, Riot, Delirious, Junk Signal. That was the card we saw. I absolutely do need to go through and Synchron, Rocket, Share Rocket, Gravity Warrior. Okay, that is just kind of meh. Quick launch. I don't know, Synchron, Scrap Fist. I kind of want to see the new Junk Warrior. Charger, Caliber, A9, EW, Snow Devil, Chase, Excel Synchron, Charge Warrior. Synchron, Chase, Snow Devil, Rocket, Fist, Rush Warrior. Double Disruptor Dragon. Oral Reboot, the Counter Trap. Given this card, target 2 rocket monsters in your graveyard with different names, special summon them in defense position. Enter the card from your graveyard, add a rapid trigger, or heavy interlock. Okay, that's fine. In rockets, that's really good. Riot, Exchanger, Release Restraint. Here's World Dragon. Art Inkbolt Hedgehog. Control Drunk Warrior must have mentioned it, except Hedgehog and this card. cards in your graveyard. Special summon this card in this event's position. You cannot special summon except synchro monsters. Snow Devil, Calamity Caesar, and Mega Rocket Dragon. Double Interlock, Soul Rocks. I've never seen Soul Rocks. Oh no, wait, no, I have. I remember this one. It's the one that no one really plays because K9 stuff is better. Soul Rocks, Rocket Detonator, Charge Warrior, Synchro Chase, and a Junk Meister is a nice pickup. All monsters your opponent controls lose 800, and vanquish all monsters gain 1,000. Detach one monster, destroy one card your opponent controls. Okay, that's fine. That's a fun little extra card. Booster, Continue, Chase, Double Interlock, Excel Synchron, Release Restrain, Global Hedgehog. I never looked at. This is Fusion or Ritual. Okay. Synchron, Hedgehog, Squib Draw. Destroy 2 cards. Grab Synchron. Armor. An extra armor is nice. Heavy Interlock, Excel Synchron. Reach, Boral Dragon. Dash, Snow Devil, Rocks, Dash Warrior, Jax, and a Lupus. We got that Lupus. Then Dash Warrior, Jet Warrior, Sonic Warrior, Sonic Chick, Jet Warrior, Interlock, Archbolt, and another Holly Sue is not a bad pickup. Again, I don't know if I'm going to pick up Vanquish Soul anymore, but it's nice to have him. Dash Warrior, Panthera, Rush Warrior, Chase, Synchron, Jax, Chick, and Magna Rocket. I think Yummy was the strongest of the Jush decks, but it could put up results against K9. Warrior, Double Interlock, Hedgehog, Sonic Chick, Hedgehog, and Riot. I guess the other thing is, if I do decide to retire some of my older decks, do I replace them with the newer ones? Hollow Rocket. Activated, destroy this card, activate top 6 cards, finish one of them, place the rest on top of your deck. From your opponent's deck, never mind. Okay. That's funny. Roll Supplier. Magna Rocket, Supplier, Recharger, Disruptor, Metal Rocket. We got Hound, Squib Draw, Release Restraint, Panthera, Detonator, Jet Warrior, Riot Dragon, Jax. Now, that's Gravity, Junk Signal, Overburst. Ooh, Forced Release. Junkerton, I cooked. Well, I'll know in a second. Rocket the Vanquisher and a Xiaolong. I don't know if you're cooked yet. I might be, but who knows? We got a UR from here. Darius, Hound, Hollow Rocket, Release Restraint, One-Way Synchro, Junktron, and Alila Sweet. He's fine, but not really what I wanted. Okay. That was a surprisingly decent poll session. I didn't get everything I wanted. The other thing is, I now... How many URs do they have? I basically am missing all the URs, aren't I? Lantern's SR. Nori is SR. Case for K9. Yeah, I'm missing all of the URs and like 2 of the SRs. In actual judgment for Scare on Scareclaw, Tri Brigade, Zodiac live on stream. What do you mean? Like, you want my opinion on Scareclaw, Tri Brigade, Zodiac in the modern meta, or just in general? Because in Modern, it has interesting potential, but I don't think it really necessarily beats any of the decks in, like, Jush or anything. Oh, you just built on it? Oh, okay. Well, we can see it. In a second. Did you already post about it, or no? Let's see. Second. Did you already... This was a week ago. Okay, I think I've seen this. I mean, especially with the new, like, Tri-Brigade Brigands kit. That is... It's gonna be a bit better. Least expensive deck if you ever Master Duel it. I mean, kinda. Like, the only thing I would need... I mean, specifically for me, the only thing I would need to craft are the Barrages and the Trident. Because I think I have basically everything else except for the stuff that has not come to Master Duel yet. Like, if you start grinding for it now, you absolutely can build this. Like, Ratpier is an SR, Thoroughblade is an SR. Yeah. In your case, Reichphobia is a UR. Same with the main Reichheart Scareclaw name. Plus the Boss Busters. Yeah, it'll take some... This is that for the DC, actually. It's not a bad build. It's not bad by any sense of the word. I think it just has... It certainly does have some issues against... Especially Yummy. That's where you played it. Oh, and that's where, like... I believe you got disqualified from a locals for, like, adding a second Ratpier. Which, granted... To some degree... Ratpier at 1 is just kind of useless. Like, it doesn't... It feels weird, because Ratpier, yes, is, like, really good in Zodiac, but Zodiac has not been good in so long. And it could probably at least come back to 2, so that way it'd be usable. Isn't it already... Hang on. If it was rather 2, I wouldn't need to play Kakarot. Oh, I don't have a free play, do I? I guess I'll just go 6 Sam. Ratpier is still at 1 in Master Duel as well. Which is kind of funny. And I guess, yeah, now I do actually kind of want to go through and... How do people build, like... How do people build their Synchron? Not to mention, I'm not that good at deck building. Yeah. But for the most part, you don't necessarily always need to be the best at deck building. There. Ow. As long as you know what your cards do and how they work. Part of it is that constructed deck building is significantly harder than just like sealed deck building or retro deck building. Because with retro deck building, you can kind of just go with what you have. Or like you have access to a whole heap of decks that... Oh, this is the Yusei deck. Okay. You have access to a whole bunch of resources and people who have played various forms of those decks in the past, whereas otherwise, you don't really. See, what does Sam have to say? Driver. Sealed or Time Wizard formats early easily. Modern is just hard for me. So much info I don't have or use because imagine using online resources to build a deck. Yes. Well, I mean, I can imagine using online resources to build a deck. But I guess I'm just kind of weird like that, I suppose. Oh wait, that's regular Sonic Chick. I need this Sonic Chick. I don't necessarily need Pleiades. I don't watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. I don't read any of the cards until I can actively play them. I don't play against them. I don't use any of the online resources because it doesn't feel original to me. To some degree, that is kind of something that people just need to get over. Like, I get it. I understand why people are hesitant to, like, go up against go rebel against the online resources. It's just kind of something you need to get over. Like, I've learned to get over it as a duelist. Plenty of people can learn to get over it as a duelist. Speeder, tuning. Yeah, people are not really playing Synchro Overtake. Are they playing Rumble? They're not really playing Rumble. It's just not your style, and that's fine. But also, inevitably, it is kind of inevitable that you will struggle as a result. I'm playing two. That's... Okay, that's fair for that. I need Ash Blossom for sure. This person playing... Why are they not playing the Junk Warrior Extreme? This will slot it in because I want to. Right, it's reload righty, one lefty, right? Yeah. I surprisingly don't have that much to craft. I need. I know that there's a wall I will hit without using it. But, just like real life, if I can't get around it or past it myself, I'll use help. Otherwise, I'll see when it ends, like testing can be in Dark Lords. Can be. I'm pretty sure that does still work. I think the only issue is fairy monster. Yeah, you can only special summon it except for fairy monsters. So that still works, kind of. For playing. And Nea Craft FDK. For the funny. Also, you're playing. I'm clearing? I guess. Which means I'm happy and cool and eat this barrier statue. Dark Lords are fairies. Does this work? Kinda. I don't have Millimore shirt. I don't. Sure, I have. They're playing Stardust Warrior. XL Synchronized. XL Warrior I have. I guess it makes sense. I guess. They're also playing Blazar. But I don't think I have Blazar properly. What other Synchro 12s do I have? Oh, I do have a copy of Blazar. Oh, dang. Okay. Indeed. One copy of Maxi. Double copy of Fua. Need a Synchro Dragon Tuner, which is not easy to come by. What would I replace? I guess maybe XL. I can map out lines better like that. Or at least. Then, what SR cards do I have to decraft? I have to craft that. I can decraft the extra Abyss Shark, and I can decraft the extra Chiamaru. Okay. I I can figure this version of the deck out later. But at the very least, I now have a variation of Synchron. So, we've been going for 3 hours. I think that's as good of time as any to call it for the night. Why don't I... Is Mast on? I was playing Master Duel, though. I'm slightly curious if anyone's playing Master Duel. Probably won't. Great, I might just drop by Mass, though. A lot of people who are not necessarily... A lot of people who don't speak English, that's for sure. Yeah, let's just end it from here. Okay. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. If I do plan on doing anything tomorrow, I guess I'll figure that out for later. I'm gonna try to get back into the habit of stories someday. And then whichever events are in January, I'll have to figure out. But so far, we are not in any bad position in Master Duel. I can now play good decks in Master Duel. Okay, that is all the time I've got out of me. Thank you, everyone who decided to stop by. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care.